Hi everyone, Mo Zulfikar here. Thank you for tuning in another video of Income Investors. But before we go into any details, I want to let you know that anything you hear in these videos is for educational and informational purposes only. Investing comes with risk. To learn more, read the description below. During the pandemic, one of the hardest hit industry was tourism. If you were following stocks of those companies that heavily relied on tourism, their stock plunged significantly. John recently profiled a company called Gaming and Leisure Properties. They're traded on NASDAQ under symbol GLPI. They took a hit as well. But as as things started to open, they made a comeback. And now, John, if you want to elaborate a little bit about what is happening, what has happened to GLPI stock since pandemic.
Yeah, thanks, Mo. Gaming and leisure property stock cratered in February, March of 2020 in the opening days of the pandemic, but you can never hold a good stock down. It only took gaming and leisure properties about a year to recover those big losses. And thanks to its diversified portfolio, which includes a large number of properties not in Las Vegas, a number of strategic acquisitions, and gambling-loving customers, gaming leisure property stock has trended steadily higher. In fact, on March 6th, it hit a new record high of $55.13 per share, and as of today is basically trading flat or in the same range. It's up 13% over the last 6 months and 18% year over year.
Before we go into any details, for our readers, just some perspective. First, if something drops by 70%, it would have to increase by 233% for it to get back to the same level. GLPI stock did that, and it's currently trading at higher than what it was before pandemic. So John, let's dig into what GLPI does and explain a little bit about their properties, where they're located. Are they in the typical, Las Vegas Strip, Macau area, or highly focused in the US? Where are they? So go ahead.
Yeah, GLPI is the country's first gaming-focused real estate investment trust, or REIT. Its portfolio currently consists of 59 gaming facilities across 18 states across the US, and that includes more than 14,700 hotel rooms covering more than 6,006 acres and 31.1 million square feet of property. Its portfolio includes Caesars Entertainment, Boyd Gaming Corporation, and Casino Queen, but its portfolio fluctuates pretty regularly. Over the last year, it's announced a number of pretty big acquisitions and leaseback agreements. This past January, it completed the acquisition from Bally's Corporation of the land and real estate assets of Bally's Tiverton Casino in Rhode Island and Bally's Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi, Mississippi, for $635 million. And like all good landlords, Gaming and Leisure increased the rent by $48.5 million on an annual basis. And then back in the fourth quarter of 2022, the company entered into a new master lease agreement with Penn Entertainment for 7 of Penn's properties. Again, all the rent in the new master lease will be fixed with an annual escalation of 1.5%, with the first escalation occurring for the lease year beginning November 1st of 2023. And finally, in the second quarter of 2022, Gaming and Leisure completed the acquisition of the land and real estate assets of Bally's Corp's 3 casinos in Black Hawk, Colorado, and the Quad Cities Casino and Hotel in Rock Island, Illinois, for $150 million. Again, like a good landlord, it was added to Bally's master lease and increased the rent by about $12 million on an annual basis.
And what I also find interesting here is that this company is not, very geographically focused in one area. They do seem they're diversified, unlike other major casino or gaming company operators.
Yeah, because they weren't focused solely on Las Vegas, they could capitalize on different staggered openings across the country. So if you're living in Pennsylvania and a casino opened there, you'd go. You didn't have to wait till Vegas opened so you could fly there.
Right.
So it's just not all concentrated, like you're saying, in one area. It's all over the place. It's much more diversified than some gaming REITs, which are focused on Vegas.
Right. And I imagine as things have opened up after, quarantine and lockdown days, Americans are going to casinos and GLPI is showing some stellar returns. Is that true?
Oh yeah, we love to gamble, and when the borders open up too, you get people coming in from all over the world
Right.
to go to their casinos. So yeah, like in the fourth quarter of 2022, revenue increased almost 13% to 336 million. Income from operations grew 35% to 275 million. Net income jumped 67% to almost 200 million. And funds from operation, that's an important term that REITs use to define cash flow from operations. It advanced 46% to 259 million. And adjusted funds from operation rallied 16.5% to around 240 million. And going forward for 2023, Gaming and Leisure expects to report a FFO of between 980 million and 997 million. That compares to 924 million in 2022.
Those are some impressive returns. I mean, financial results. And now I imagine their dividends are good too, because at Income Investors, our goal is to provide high income plays. So let's talk a little bit about what their dividends are like. I know REITs are, they are supposed to give you taxable income. So if you want to elaborate a little bit about what how much income you could get with this stock.
Yeah, for a REIT to maintain its status as a REIT, it has to legally distribute at least 90% of its taxable income. And when it comes to REITs and their dividend payouts, it's important to look at the AFFO, which is why I mentioned it previously. So in the fourth quarter of 2022, adjusted FFO was 89 cents per share. And because of that strong cash flow, it's able to provide investors with a reliable dividend. So this past March, it paid a quarterly dividend of 72 cents per share, or $2.83 on an annual basis, for a yield of around 5.6% as of today. And again, inflation is less than 5% right now, so it's an inflation crushing yield. In addition to that dividend, the company also pays special dividends every once in a while. This past March, it paid a special dividend of 25 cents per share, which was related to the sale of the Tropicana Las Vegas building. And it paid a previous one in January 2022 of 24 cents per share.
Well, that's interesting. So it's not just regular stream of income you generate with the stock. You sometimes get, that cherry on top income as well with GLPI stock.
Yeah, when some REITs sell off properties, even like there's real estate REITs in like New York City, when they sell a building and they get a huge influx of cash, they reward their investors with a special dividend.
Right.
And that's what Gaming and Leisure does periodically as well. So it's another thing to look out for: dividends, special dividends, and a growing share price.
All right, John, thank you so much for all this great information. If you want to learn more about this company, you could head to incomeinvestors.com. And in the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.